Hi, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. So, at the end of the last video, I seem to remember, yes, I managed to successfully get a probe out to beyond the orbit of the moon. I say successfully, it was pure fluke. I have a stability problem with launching these damn probes, because I've solved the electricity problem in that I can now build probes, for example, that have the battery pack and all that kind of stuff, and don't tell me where's the last autosave? Or did I save? Robot Mark 2, I did save it. Yes, I did save it. Okay, there we go. Good. So this thing's kind of good in that we've got the science thing, we've got the batteries, we've got the solar panels, so it can keep itself sustained in orbit and everything. It's just shockingly bad when it comes to stability. And I don't know what to do about that. I don't understand. So there's a thing around here. So there we go. So center of mass. Aerodynamic level. I don't know. I don't really understand what that means. But I'm thinking, presumably this is my problem, is I've been worrying for a long time that there's too much weight up top and it's tipping over, and yeah, the center of it's more that there's too much weight at the bottom. I'm trying to think which way this works now. Excuse me. So don't need that. So center of thrust is where we would expect it to be. So do I want the center of mass higher up? As I think about it, excuse me, as I think about it, it makes sense that the center of mass would actually, you'd want it higher up, because it's going to be like a pendulum thing, surely. It's going to wiggle around, or try and wiggle around the center of mass. So have I just not got enough weight up top? So let's just, as a test, throw those away. Did that center of mass even change? I don't think it did it? Let's just load again. Don't save. So yeah, I don't think that center of mass really changed, did it? I just wonder if that's the stability issue, is I need to get the center of mass higher up. Just need to find a way of making this more stable. I don't think chucking the fins on was really a solution. It kind of helped it get into orbit, but it was still a mess to fly. So what's it like if I throw... Yeah, I need more weight on top, don't I? But not so much that I can't launch the damn thing. What's the solution? Okay, let's just... I'm just going to chuck some stuff in and see what happens. So if I stick... See, that doesn't make any sense to me. Have I not, like, put loads more weight on this? Why isn't that jumped up? Oh, it has. Okay, it does jump up. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what can I put up top that's heavier but I can still launch? So like Kerbal's really heavy. The thing is I could test this by actually putting a manned unit up there, but I don't want to. So how do I build this so it's more stable? I want a probe that goes into orbit but is more stable. Let's try something very different. Did I just throw the engine away? I did. It's an undo. Yay! Control Z. Where the hell's the next stage engine for this? Oh, it is up there. I thought it was up there. Why can't I see the engine? Right, there we go. Wanted rid of that. So, even that is a bit blah. I need more weight. Need more weight. Also, so thrust is behind. How does this work? Do I want the thrust as far behind the center of mass as possible? Do you know, I don't know how this works. But nope. Not sure. Wait, they're all my robot ones. Oh, nothing but robot ones. There we go. Let's load that up. Right. That's an old one that had Kerbals. Even that's not terribly different. The center of mass is about halfway. But what's that? Why is the center of thrust so high up there? Center of thrust, that's the center of thrust. So why is the center of thrust? Let me just load a different one. So the center of thrust is so much higher than the exhaust. But if I load this up, the center of thrust is really far down. It's these bloody boosters. Now I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of those. So is the problem just that, why have I even put the boosters on? Let's go for a test launch. Is it just that this doesn't get off the pad? Oh, keep launching from here. Keep forgetting. Let's see if this thing's any more stable. not fast. Let's see if it's more stable. Certainly feeling more stable at the moment. By Jove, I think I'm onto something. Yeah, this is feeling a lot more stable. So it's using the solid boosters that's causing me a problem. Can I get the same overlay while launching? That'd be kind of handy. So definitely not going to, yeah, I don't have enough fuel to get anywhere near to orbit, I don't think. It's trying to tip over a little bit, but not in a uncontrolled way. Not like when I've got the solid boosters on. But I need them to actually push me up. Right. But this bit is not at all stable. So I've definitely got a centre of thrust issue here, it seems. Yeah, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Okay, so I still have a problem with the second stage. Right, let's abort this. Revert flight to the assembly building. Okay, so we know we're better off without the boosters, but we need the boosters to get us up there. Now what intrigues me is engines. Where's the little ones? They're little? Oh, they're dinky. They're not the ones I was looking for. No, they're not the ones I was looking for. Yeah, they're the ones I was looking for. Two. Right. That's interesting. So that kind of works. Although they're not terribly big. Come on. So they will assist. Let's cap them off. Okay, so they're going to fire those together. Pop those off, pop that off, fire that. So, what do I do about... Where's the engine again? So the centre of thrust is too low down. how do I raise that? Huh. What if... Ooh. This is probably a really bad idea. Yeah. That didn't make a jot of difference. That's interesting. Right, ignore me here, just being silly. What if I move these up here? Now that shifted up quite a bit. Oh, I'm ashamed of this. Let's try it. Oh, this looks like a terrible design. Anyway, so that engine will fire with those. Then we'll separate that. No, we don't want to fire those straight away. Just move those up there, so I want to separate those. Then I want to separate that. So fire the main engines and the boosters. Then, oh, hang on. Then I want to separate the boosters first. Then when the main engine runs out, I want to separate that. Then I want to fire... Yep. Then I want to separate them. Then I want to go to the main engine. Oh... Right, let's call this Mark 1.1 and we're going to save that. We should really launch from the main launch pad, I think. This video is definitely let's experiment with designs. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty, right? Okay, how bad is this going to go? I'm almost nervous to hit space. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's trying to rotate for some strange reason. I don't think I've got... Oh, shit. I don't think I've got the boosters quite lined up, which I think is what's causing it to rotate. Okay. So far so good. So they gave it a bit of a kick. Oh, tipping over. No, we're going over. We're going over. Trying to go over. No, it's still not very stable. No, it's going. It's going. Ah. Thought I had it as well. See how well this works. Not well. Not well at all. This is not good. won't even fire the engine. Ah, it will. I just hadn't throttled it up. There's debris flying everywhere. Okay. I feel I would have stood a better chance if they'd been in line. Yeah, they're kind of horribly out of line, aren't they? Ah, completely screwed up the whole symmetry thing there. Let's try that again. Move that out of the way for a second. Again, this is definitely a thing that annoys me about building in KSP is, as far as I can tell, there is no tool for nicely lining stuff up. I know there's that snap thing, but I don't know, I don't feel like it really works. What do you think? Let's try that. Not that I think it's going to really work any better, because that next stage is shockingly bad actually. At least those boosters give a good kick off the pad. I think I got the staging messed up. I didn't have the main engine. Nah, it's still, yeah, it's still trying to go over. There it goes. Staging's all to pot after I ripped it apart. Oh goodness. Revert. Oh, I just can't get this to work. I want to build a nice, simple probe that I can get to orbit. Alright, let's lose all this nonsense. We tried, we failed. We know that's not terribly stable either. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Let's just have a think here. Right, let's chuck all that away. So that's one big tank. So if I chuck an engine on this, center of thrust is all the way down there. Why is that? Let's chuck a different engine on. Yeah, it's the same no matter what I put on. So what's that about? Why is it like that? Okay, let's go back to basics for a second. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's just grab a fuel tank. Chuck that on there, and then chuck an engine on. Yeah. Not entirely sure what that's telling me. Other than apparently it's not going to be very stable. Let's just launch that for a second. I want to see what happens. You see that? Yeah, certainly in the atmosphere, once it deviates, because that was me that tipped it over a little bit, but I've completely lost control now. I tipped it over. So yeah, the problem is the moment it deviates from vertical, I completely lose control. Right, I want to go back to basics. What's that? Okay, you have my interest. Can I? Oh, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Hang on, let's put all that away. What happens? Oh, shoot. Oh, why does... Okay, this is annoying me. Why does everything keep... Okay. Why is stuff showing up down there? Why is nothing snapping onto things? Oh my god, the build system in this game is horrible. Right. Okay. So then what happens if I take a fuel tank and then slap an engine underneath? Why though? I don't understand this. Let's launch anyway, see what happens. At least it has SAS now. So using that module's definitely made things a bit more stable. Well, no, still going over. No, it still wants to go over. Even with like module on. That was quite the manoeuvre. Let's just leave it to burn, see what happens. Yeah, I wasn't touching anything and it got to a point and flipped over. And flips back. That definitely seemed to be a case of depending on depending on altitude, it kept flipping. That was quite an impressive crash, you gotta say. Okay. But I am intrigued now. What happens if... Let's go back to this beastie. I want to grab all of that, drop that down. I'm going to stick one of those in there. Let's launch that. And then I think I'm going to call it a day on this video after this. Oh, I forgot to turn that on. There we go. Let's just see if it helps keep it a bit more stable. So far so good. Oh, gone a bit too fast. Just throttle back on the main throttle. Whoa! Oh no! Oh, that's unfair. Okay, I need to find a way of disposing of. Okay, let's revert. I wonder. Does it make sense to release the top ones? Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of those winglets for starters. Can I? I'm going to grab those two. So I'm going to release the top two and then the bottom two straight after each other. Let's try that. Oh, that was going so well actually. That was so annoying. I managed to destroy it with the boosters. Okay, throttle up about there. Go. They put stats on. Might be getting onto something here. Because this doesn't really help with the second stage, because I think that's still... Oh, I don't know though, it may... Well, no, it's going over. That's it. Now what happened there? So the difference this time is I took those winglets off, didn't I? Well, at least that was a bit more successful in... Oh, those wings are really... flapping about. Okay. This isn't going well. I do wonder if the wings are sort of fighting the nozzle. This won't steady at all. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call a halt to this, but it's given me some ideas, because I think I need to play with this. I'm not even going to try and pronounce whatever that is, but I know I'm sticking with the whole kind of, can I get a robot thing going, when really I should probably be throwing Kerbals up into space again. But I'm really intrigued by the idea of actually getting this going and getting something in orbit around the moon, that kind of thing. But I need a delivery system that works, and excuse me, at the moment I'm sucking at building rockets, and I need to get to the bottom of what I'm doing wrong. Might actually need to go and find a tutorial or two and figure out the business between the relationship of those two things and why my rockets are flipping so much, and in some kind of like pendulum fashion almost. I mean, you saw with that smaller test rocket, it would get so high and flip, it would then fly at the ground, get a certain, go down a way bit, and then flip again, and then go up, and then flip and go down, which is an interesting thing. If someone had asked me to build one that did that, I wouldn't have known how, but apparently I managed to come up with a design that did that. Which, yeah, boggles my mind a little bit, but it's experimentation, and I'm getting there slowly but surely. I might need to pare this back and start from scratch. I still want this configuration at the top with the solar panels and the battery and all that kind of stuff. I want to, and also the science module. I feel they're vital to what I'm trying to build here. I want to build this probe that has those core components, and then I want to get the damn thing into orbit. I want to do it on top of a rocket that doesn't keep flipping over. So yeah, maybe in the next video I'll go back to basics. I should also do a bit of housekeeping, start deleting some of the rockets and things. I'll put them into folders maybe, or something like that. But go back to basics, build that probe that I want to launch, and then try and find the rocket configuration that's going to work and be stable. I don't have enough knowledge to do that, but it'll be fun to figure out, I guess. Anyway, that's enough of that for now. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.